Hi, it's Suhei. Happy Halloween. So, continuing with our craft series for decorations, today we're going to make flying bat decoration, which I used to make with kids at my jobs, and they loved it. Not only because it's, you can play with it, but it's also a decoration, and they're fun to make, and really easy. Okay, so you're going to need black construction paper, white cardstock paper, some scissors, white or yellow, whichever marks best on your black paper, or you could use chalk or crayon, something sharp. I'm using a knitting needle or an X-Acto knife, right? Have the tip, make sure that it's sharp. That's sort of important. And black string, a measuring tool. I'm using a metal ruler. We're going to need to measure the amount of string that you put on your bat. Okay, so first thing is you take your black construction paper. You're going to fold it in half horizontally. I'm going to put on a link in the description is the pattern that you're going to need for making your bat half out of the cardstock, and I will upload that onto my YouTube. So you're going to have your half bat pattern and large and your half bat pattern medium in case you want to make smaller or different size ones. I'm going to take my pattern. I'm going to align the side, the inside part of the bat with the very edge of my black paper at the fold. Very important. Okay. You don't want to align this on the side of the edges because it's already cut. You want to save yourself the time of cutting twice. This is why it's great to do this with kids. Also, you could do a lesson on symmetry. You could do a lesson on halves. So right there. And on the pattern, it's going to say this side, do not cut. I don't know if it's visible on there, but it'll be there. Okay, I'm going to trace. There we go. And I cut out with the paper already folded. Do not unfold the paper. You're going to cut both sides at the same time so that you're able to do half the work. Okay? All right. I have my bat cut out. Before I unfold it, I take my sharp instrument, okay, and I'm going to poke a hole through both, okay, both of them. And if you want to mark it with your pencil, that's fine. A good place to put that hole where the string is going to go through them is right about okay. I want it sort of close to the edge. As you notice, the wings are extended when you are pulling it. So that's going to help me out with making it move like a bat. Okay, so take my sharp tool. The reason I'm not using a hole punch is because the hole punch hole is way too large, and my string is going to keep pulling out, even with tape. If it's too tough for you, you can always go with an X-Acto knife, but again, if you have a sharp tip, you want to make sure that it's not, you're going to circle it around there. Okay, and that way you'll have a little bit more grip with your yarn so that it doesn't slip out. Open it up. Okay, I have the exact same placement on both wings on the sides. Now I made 2 long pieces of string, okay, for the grabbing of the bat wings. That's what I use my ruler for. Okay, I have some wiggle room, enough to be able to make the knots attached to the bat, and then I can have enough to pull on so the wings flap. All right, so if you have yarn that you're using, the yarn is gonna want to fray at the tip. So what I do is I get my fingers wet and I twist it in the direction that the yarn is already spun to make it a little sharp, kind of like when you're threading a needle. And I use my sharp tool to push the tip through there so that I have something to snag on the other side. Okay, and I pull the tip through. Okay, now also what's important is I'm pushing the needle from the top of where my bat was folded, right? So this is going to be where the knot is on the bottom. And I'm going to tie a few knots on the bottom of the bat so that I can have some assurance that it's going to stay put. And it's sort of staying put, but I'm not going to trust just that. I'm also going to use a medium-sized tape. If you have black tape, more power to you. Have at it so that it doesn't even show up. It'll look really profesh. Okay, kudos on you. So I'm taping it nice and tight. And I'm going to do the same thing on the left wing. Okay? Get my tip this, and I'm going to make my knots. So a piece of tape. Okay. And okay, now our bat's string is on. Okay, let's test it out. Okay, but you get the desired effect. It looks like somebody, is a little bat puppet. From here, what you can do is you can either decorate this guy, you can put, more elaborateness on there. Right. And then it looks like. All right. So, for any questions, feel free to email me or message me. Hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and happy Halloween.